Now, beautiful divine sparks of light. I was telling you about my encounter with sorry, I just ate Trauben, grapes. And I didn't know that I will have any dealings with this topic. Like I said, I was expecting me and my calling to be only speaking about love, light, and that's it. Or help you to teach you about self-inquiry and how you attain your enlightenment, for God's sake, for that matter, if you want to use that word. Those quite normal things that most spiritual teachers do when they apparently realize themselves and get enlightenment. Apparently. Because not everybody who's out there call himself an enlightened guru and a spiritual teacher is already also enlightened. So, if you're a follower of one of them, you might know also that you might also have realized one or two things about, is that really a self-realized person with that statement or with that? You will know with whom you're dealing with if you are open to see the other side of the coin too. Because most of us, when we find a spiritual teacher, we are just blinded by by what we hear about him or her from others, what we read from others about him and her, the positive attributes of this journey of working with this guru or this spiritual teacher, and we don't see what is in front of us, that we're doing, what we're dealing with. So these are again expectations. So, but we don't go there now. So, and I said that dealing with the topic Reptos and Co was the last thing that I've ever thought about, or that I will be even talking about this, or I will be even be the one to enlighten you in this matter. One of few. There are not so many people who are really talking about this topic. But I can understand why too, because they tried to shut me my mouth several times, in many ways. Also with voodoo, with black magic, they have tried to put something in me that will shut my mouth. That's another experience that I would like to talk. I'll talk about it probably in a one-to-one experience or just like that. But how they tried to do it, but they tried to do it to shut me off. Not to make my videos, not talk, by means of black magic. But I said you cannot stop what God has put in motion. You cannot turn down off the light that God has lighted on. Put it on, turn it on. Now, you cannot lower the vibration that God has elevated. That's why the Reptos are also confused, but depressed for that matter, because they are used to getting their ways all the time. They used to run the show. They are used to running the show and dictating where it is heading to, when and when. They were the bosses, they were the chefs of this whole game that you call life in the third dimensional world. They were the bosses of your life. They have run your life. They have run your show. You had no say in your life, even if you thought that I take my own decision. No, they are wrong. They are from a distance. You are being manipulated. You are being directed. When to stop, when to think, what to do, what exit. So you were never yourself. You were never your own. Really, not really. And they are used to that they just do like this and then they get what they want. They get the results. They are frustrated that they don't get those results with me. That's why you hear them shouting and screaming. They try, first of all, their attacks, infiltrating your mind, your space, when they just don't have access because you deny them access. They shout because they don't know otherwise to do with you, because you're not responding to their mechanism of control that they use decades in and out, generation from generation in and out. So they try. What they will do then is that another tactic that they also do is send people in your life. They come as friends, or they come as somebody you have something to dealing with. I've met a lot of people that I see, but the moment I was too awake to see what is going on, to see the game behind the curtains, and I just laugh and smile as this person trying to find the something common with me. Like, for example, I met a guy when I was swimming with my dogs at the Ebro. Came there from a guy from Netherlands, came there with the dog. And I saw that this guy is looking for attention, wants to come closer to me. I just let him anyway, but I knew already what he is, who he is. I just wanted to find out his agenda. Because I'm starting them, I just wanted to find out how do they get to manipulate you. So I let a lot of raptors closer to me that way for me to find out about their nature and how they deal with you, so that I can later on help you, a divine spark, better. When you have dealings with I can give it further to you so that you can protect yourself against them. Finding similarity about my truck, that I'm a truck driver, because they know every raptor in this area, probably 100-kilometer circle or even beyond, they know my face, they know my circumstances, they know everything that there is to know about me. Because they're in a group, and the group is sharing any information. Anyway, probably also abroad, they know about me. Because they are getting their direction on how to fight this battle that they call the battle between the war between darkness and light. All these things that they're using, the technology that they're using, they're getting it from somewhere else, from other countries, from other raptors, from other countries. So they know who I am, basically. So when do I come to that? I wanted to talk about that woman, Sarah, that I used to date online for a while. And that she's a raptor too, and she came with the agenda to really finish me and to bring me to her colleagues, and then to just redirect my ways. I made a videos about that. Go check it out. But now I'm gonna go further, as and she came. The time that she came in my life, she wanted to make sure that I develop a hate, and up Naikong, yeah, and a natural disgust to be discussed by an Gast Haila Sananda. She was trying to, first of all, she asked questions a lot to try to find out how much do I know about this person and his work, and how much do I identify myself with him and his work. But by that time, I really honestly didn't get busy with him. I heard about him, but I never really watched his videos or his work or whatever. I heard about him, what he's doing. And that's it. So and I knew about him that he's speaking about raptors. And by that time, I thought that okay, this guy is paranoid, because obviously he has a Verfolgungswahn. What is it called, Verfolgungswahn? Yeah, he's traumatized. He thinks that everybody is against, wants to follow him, he has a problem somehow. I left it like that. So I was never really interested in that so much. And Sarah came to make the matter even worse or whatever, or to not to even make the water. But actually, she is the one who, after some time, I said, let me look at this, what she's telling me, because she was already telling me a lot of nasty stuff about this person, basically for me to not ever want to have anything to do with him. But I know what was the tactic. The tactic was she realized that I'm also destined to do the same work that Sananda is doing. Geist Heilung and more. I'm a healer. And my kind of healing art goes in his way of healing direction. Somehow. I said that, that's why I said in another video, they knew me before I even knew myself. They have their sagas, they have their prophecies, they have their ways to detect souls like that early so that they can shut you off before you even wake up to your walk, to yourself. Don't go to that guy. Don't even dare to look at that guy's YouTube, because he's working with a dark entity, and as long as you hear his voice, it's already what did she say? Hypnotized, and then you are hooked on his energy, and you will never get loose from him again. And he even did that to my boyfriend, to my all those stuff. So for some time I said, okay, yeah, I never really anyway was interested in him, so it's okay. But then now and then she tried to, and then I said like, but why is she trying so much, and why is it only talking when it comes to this one person? Let me look into this matter. Who is this person actually? What is she talking about? I'm the kind of being you cannot scare me off. When you're trying to scare me off, you make me more curious. That's me. Stay tuned. I'll tell you in the next video what I did.